everyone. My name is Brooke, and today I'll be talking to you about drinking and driving. Young adult fatalities make up 1/5 of all alcohol-related accidents, though licensed young adults only make up 6% of the licensed population. The purpose of this speech is to educate you and persuade you to not drink and drive. As young adults, we need to understand that our actions affect other people, not just us. We have all seen stories on the news about innocent families being affected or even killed by a drunk driver. The main point is to make you aware of how drinking and driving could ruin someone's life. I've personally been affected by drinking and driving. I've had a friend taken from this world by a drunk driver. He was the guy that could always make you laugh and smile no matter how terrible your day had been. He and his wife were taking their 3-year-old son to the hospital because he was having a hard time breathing, and it was around 3 o'clock in the morning. And before they knew it, a drunk driver came across the median on I-565 and crashed into them head on. And everyone in the car passed away that night. Most people are not aware that the legal drinking level or blood alcohol content level is about 0.06. The tricky thing about alcohol is that it affects everyone differently, so you can't just count the number of drinks you have. Some alcoholic drinks take a while before the effects are felt, and that could even happen whenever you're driving. People also have various tolerances levels. I think that the reason people drink and drive is because they haven't been confronted. If sober people confronted the intoxicated driver, they would be less likely to get behind the wheel and drive. The intoxicated also need to take some responsibility and have a plan just in case they go over that limit of 0.08. As soon as the person starts drinking, their sense of judgment is lowered. So the best thing would be to limit the amount you drink while out and about if you don't have a plan set in place. Most people have no intention of driving, but after they consume alcohol, they feel just as if they weren't drunk and will drive just the same as before. Something else to keep in mind when talking about drinking and driving is the effect that it can have on other people. If the driver crashes and gets killed, their family will be devastated. Or if they crash into someone else and those passengers get killed, that's a very heavy burden for someone to carry the rest of their lives. Now let's talk about some facts. An average drunk driver has driven drunk 87 times before their first arrest. And what makes it even worse is that they have done it before without an accident, which will embolden them to continue to do it. In 2008, 11,733 people were killed in alcohol-impaired drinking crashes. 1 in 3 people will be involved in an alcohol-related crash in their lifetime. This year, 10,839 people will die in drunk driving crashes. That's 1 every 50 minutes. There are so many solutions to drinking and driving. The simplest is to just not drink. That's no fun. People now are able to buy breathalyzers. Police officers could also offer breathalyzer tests around heavy bar traffic areas like downtown Nashville so people could know just how intoxicated they were before getting into their car. A group of people could also set a designated driver or just call a cab. The list could go on and on. The purpose of this speech is to make you aware of how drinking and driving could not only ruin your life, but potentially ruin someone else's. You don't have to drink and drive. Know your options on how to avoid drinking and driving. It's like what Martin Luther King said, whatever affects you directly affects all indirectly. Thank you.